Welcome to my channel, detailing events throughout the decades. 1988. U.S. Downs airliner, Iran Air Flight 655. In 1984, the war between Iraq and Iran had expanded to include air attacks against oil tankers and merchant ships of neighboring countries. Iran Air Flight 655 was an Airbus A300, flown by Captain Mohsen Rezaeian, 37 years old. He was a pilot with 7,000 hours of flight time. The flight left Bandar Abbas at 10:17. 27 minutes after its scheduled departure time. It should have been a 28-minute flight only. After takeoff, the flight was directed by Bandar Abbas Control Tower to turn on its transponder and proceed over the Persian Gulf. The flight was assigned routinely to Commercial Air Corridor, Amber 59, a 20-mile wide lane on a direct line to Dubai Airport. Because of the short distance, it made for a simple flight pattern: climb to 14,000 feet and descent into Dubai. On the morning of July 3, USS Vincennes was passing through the Strait of Hormuz, returning from an escort duty. A helicopter which had been deployed, reported receiving small arms fire from Iranian patrol vessels. Vincennes moved to engage the Iranian vessels. They pursued the Iranian gunboats entering Iranian territorial waters to open fire. Vincennes was in Iranian territorial waters at the time of the incident. After seeing Iran Air Flight 655, Vincennes attempted to make contact. After receiving no response to multiple radio challenges, and believing Iran Air Flight 655 was an Iranian F-14 Tomcat, Vincennes fired two SM-2MR surface-to-air missiles, one of which hit the airliner. The airliner disintegrated immediately and crashed into the water, killing all 290 passengers and crew on board. The cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder was never recovered. The attack of Flight 655 occurred a year after the Iraqi Air Force attack on the U.S. Navy frigate USS Stark, on May 17, 1987, which killed 37 American sailors. U.S. naval forces had exchanged gunfire with Iranian gunboats in late 1987. So we're on high alert to any threats. The airliner was carrying 290 people on board. 274 of these were passengers and 16 were crew members. 254 of those killed were Iranian, 13 were Emirates, 10 were Indians, 6 were Pakistanis, 6 were Yugoslavs and 1 was Italian. According to the U.S. government's inquiry into the incident, USS Vincennes mistakenly identified the airliner as an attacking military fighter, and misidentified its flight profile as being similar to that of an F-14A Tomcat. Vincennes had unsuccessfully tried to contact the aircraft 7 times using military emergency frequency. They also attempted to contact the airliner 3 times using civilian emergency frequency. The airliner was not equipped to pick up military frequencies and the messages on the civilian emergency channel could have been directed to any aircraft. When questioned in a 2000 BBC documentary about the incident, U.S. government stated in a written answer, that they believed the incident may have been caused by a simultaneous psychological condition amongst the 18 bridge crew of USS Vincennes, known as scenario fulfillment, which is said to occur when persons are under pressure. In such a situation, the men will carry out a training scenario believing it to be reality, while ignoring sensory information that contradicts the scenario. In the case of this incident, the scenario was an attack by a lone military aircraft. Iranian government claims the shoot-down was an intentional act. Iran never accepted that it was a case of mistaken identity. They argued that this was a crime, not an accident, and called the downing of the aircraft a barbaric massacre. A cover-up has also been speculated. Whatever the true cause of this may have been, we must not forget that 290 people died on that day, on board Flight 655. May you never be forgotten. Thank you for watching and learning about events throughout history. Please subscribe to my channel to view other events throughout the decades.